basically pat themselves on the back and say, look, we did a great job. We boosted the economy. We have an extra $3 trillion of GDP and potentially help with Medicare insolvency and Social Security insolvency. Yeah, again, WIIFM. What is in it for me? Yeah, exactly. People are saying, nothing's in it for me. An extra year of working? Yeah, a lot of people really want to go ahead and do that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people certainly do want to work a little bit longer, but the vast majority of people are saying, no, I'm out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. I've already been doing this for 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years. One more year, not a chance. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details on this. This is actually very, very interesting. So, Dr. Oz, again, he is the current administrator for CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, okay? Well, he was recently out in an interview and suggested that if we can just get people to work 1 year longer, just one little year longer. 1 year is a long time for somebody that really wants to retire, right? 1 year is a very long time for that individual. But anyway, whether they work 1 year earlier, as in they start working 1 year earlier, or they end up working 1 year longer into their retirement, according to their calculations, this would help them generate an extra $3 trillion of GDP, which would help to offset, again, Medicare insolvency, which is literally coming in just a matter of years, as well as Social Security insolvency, again, which is also coming in just a matter of years. I'm just going to say this much. Now, here's the deal. Dr. Oz, we all know him from the TV show, right? Dr. Oz, he's not a politician, but I'm just going to say this. A lot of these talking head people, they're really bad with their messaging, okay? Who would come and look at this report and be like, I want to help contribute $3 trillion of GDP. I'm going to go ahead and work an extra year longer. Who would do that? Like a teeny tiny percentage of people, maybe like a few people out there are like, I want to do my part to contribute. I want to do this. And that's great. That's awesome. Congratulations for them. But the vast majority of people are going to look at this report and say, I'm definitely not working a year longer than I have to. I don't want to. I've been doing this for way too long. I just want to retire. I just want to enjoy my life for once. I'm sick of waking up early. I'm sick of grinding all day. I'm sick of coming home late. I'm sick of doing that 5 days a week for basically 50 weeks a year. I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore, right? Drop your comment down below. If you're currently retired or you're going to be retiring soon, is that how you feel about this? Do you feel like, I'm good, I don't want to do this any longer than I need to? Interesting. Now, a separate study released by the Center for Retirement Research out of a college within Boston. I forget the actual one. It's in that report right there. But anyway, they found that as of 2024, the average age of a retiree, the average age that a woman was retiring was 62.6 years old. Now, average age of a man who is retiring is 64.6. Now, this comes in as Dr. Oz is also suggesting that, according to the statistics, according to the averages here, most individuals are retiring before they become eligible for Medicare, which is actually true. Remember, you're eligible for Medicare as of the age of 65, unless you're younger than that and you have a qualifying disability and you're receiving SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance benefits, or there are some other instances in which you could be eligible for Medicare, but this is the most common, that somebody gets Medicare prior to the age of 65. But that's by far the most common. It's not that many people, literally a few million people out there in the country that fall into this category that get Medicare before 65. But the vast majority of people are getting Medicare at 65, and that's when they become eligible. But again, based on those numbers that I just mentioned, yes, apparently according to what they're saying, the average person is retiring, again, a couple years before they actually are becoming eligible for Medicare. So what are they doing for insurance during that time, right? So that's kind of where Dr. Oz is coming in, suggesting, hey, if we could just get people to work just 1 year longer, we could actually boost GDP. We could help avoid insolvency. Okay. Now remember, regardless of what happens here, I'm just going to say this much. Even if every single person who's about to retire says, oh, that's a really good message, and yeah, I want to do my part, I'm going to go ahead and work for 1 year longer. First off, if that's what you are going to do, congratulations. Seriously, more power to you. It's going to allow you to rack up more savings maybe. It's going to allow you to possibly get a bigger Social Security check if you're not claiming already. And when you do go to claim, because it's going to be another year on your work record that Social Security is going to use to calculate your highest 35 years of income to determine how much of a benefit you're going to get, when you decide to claim. So yeah, it ultimately would help. But regardless if people actually work for one more year or more, I'm going to be fair with you. I don't think that's going to help with the Social Security insolvency issue, and it's not going to help with the Medicare insolvency issue either, okay? Both of those are subject to become insolvent literally in the next handful of years, okay? Is that going to help with the insolvency issue? I don't think so, okay? Because here's the thing. They're going to, pull the rug out from under us when it comes down to it and be like, oh, sorry, I guess working one more year didn't actually help with the insolvency issue. Sorry, everyone. We miscalculated. Expenses came up too much and there's too much money being drawn out and therefore we're still going to go insolvent. So regardless of what happens here, I don't really think it's going to make a meaningful impact on the whole insolvency thing. Okay, fine. Let's say that everybody decides to work for one extra year. Maybe insolvency gets pushed out for a few months, maybe a year if we're lucky. Highly doubt it, because there's not enough people that would be potentially doing this to actually contribute enough money through payroll taxes to actually offset the insolvency situation for any meaningful amount of time, if that makes sense.